going on, everybody? It's Dot Bets. We are checking back in. We got the Farmers Insurance Open live stream coming at you guys here on another beautiful Tuesday evening. I'm sure most of you are tuning in, have a ton of snow on the ground or ice. And what about you, Teaser?
Yeah, we got a lot this weekend, and it's going to be here for a while. So this weekend, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure everybody has. But yeah, we had about 10 or 12 inches here, so it was pretty wild. And it will not go away for a little bit. But we will recap last week. Had a sweat going into Sunday with Siwoo Kim. Teaser did, and Siwoo absolutely shit down his pants. And then we will get into our outright plays, placement plays, matchups, everything along those lines for the Farmers Insurance Open, one of my favorite tournaments. One of the reasons is because I've played this course. I played the North course. I think, Teaser, you played the South course last year, right?
No, we played the North as well. It was closed when we were there in October, so I played it like 4 months ago at this point. Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I think they're about the same course to each other, but obviously they played the South 3 times. But yeah, it was a good time. I enjoyed it. How about you?
Oh, I absolutely loved it. But the rough was so thick when we played that you rolled off slightly and you lost your ball. I mean, you couldn't even find it. So it rained a ton after the tournament. So they actually didn't even cut it until we played. So it was like, they said it was probably about a couple inches higher than when they played this tournament, which was pretty wild. But yeah, nonetheless, little piece of my heart is at this tournament with the Torrey Pines. Beautiful, beautiful venue. Absolutely right on the water there. And the North course is significantly easier than the South course. If I would have played the South course, I would have been in the 200s for sure. Easily 200s, not even no question about it. And I always tell people I just kind of hold my own. But yeah, I'm not on the 7,700 course. There's no way. The yard course, no way.
Yeah, it's brutal. North was fun, man. It's just the views there are pretty cool, stuff like that. So it's just iconic.
We got Trent back. What's up, buddy? He said, missed last week. Let's have a year, fellas. Excited to get back. Of course. We are ready. Appreciate you tuning back in. It's what we love to see. Returning guests, returning viewers to the stream. But yeah. So last week, American Express, if you've tuned in, we've clearly established this as an anti-Scheffler podcast, and there's just no value. And you're sitting there and you're like, I mean, I think Teaser texted me Friday and I was like, yeah, because I said I didn't watch much of it on Friday. How'd it go? And he goes, well, Scotty's going to win, so there's nothing really to do. I was like, we're good. Okay, sounds good. But I mean, I saw like his highest odds maybe were like in the 2s or something like that at one point.
Yeah, it was barely anything over 3, and he just ran away with it. I mean, we had the board just dotted up throughout the Thursday, Friday. We had Tom Hoagie up there, 300 to 1 to win. Yep. Obviously Siwoo with that three round lead. He just kind of obviously. I mean, I kind of knew that was. I mean, you knew when Siwoo had a 1-shot lead going into the last day. You knew what was going to happen. So, surprise of the week was Blades Brown, 18-year-old, almost shooting a 59. So that was pretty crazy. I think it was 8 rounds in 8 days or something like that. So that was good for him, just getting some exposure out there. But hopefully we can. I think I'll be back to placements this week. I think you will be doing them too, right? For top 20s and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, so hopefully we can get back to those. Yeah.
But no, it did cash a nice parlay for NFL. Had that nice little one for the conference championship week. Had a 4-leg touchdown parlay hit $10 into 1,600. Doing a giveaway on X and the Discord. So make sure you guys hit that up. I'm giving away $100 to 2 people, or something like that. It's some along the lines of I'm giving away money. So appreciate everybody for tuning in, showing love on that slip. We have plenty more to come for the Super Bowl, which will be in a couple weeks, and I think that's the same time as the Waste Management, right? I think Waste Management leads right into the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so they did it for some reason. They put Pebble Beach after it this year, but yeah, it's going to be Waste Management again. So that's always a good, leads right into it, which is a great timing stuff.
You're eating your appetizers all the way up until
Super
Bowl. Love it, absolutely love it. All right, make sure you guys, if you have not yet, join the Sharp Bros Discord. Hit that link below. You get both teaser and eyes cards for the weeks, round by round matchups, and we might even collab for a round 2-ball, 3-ball. I smacked a 2-ball, a couple pushes last week, but 2 wins. So that counts as a win. All right, everybody out there, that counts as a damn win. I don't care. Golf betting's hard enough, so you got to take those when you get the 2 out of 4. All right, enough with the plugs. Let's get right into it. So, Farmers Insurance, we are kind of back to a normal tournament. You'll have one day they play the South Course, one play the North Course, and then the weekend is fully on the South Course. So if you are maybe round by round betting, just make sure on the first 2 rounds figure out where they're at. Other than that, we have a pretty good amount of data here from Torrey Pines that you can go off your data models. You can kind of go off of all this other stuff, course history, rather than last week. Last week was more of a crapshoot with 3 to 4 different venues. So back to normal there. Teaser, take it away. What we need to look for this week and the best way to attack.
Yeah, we kind of already talked about both of them, but I mean, it's South Course obviously is the harder one. 7 par 4s over 450 yards. Features 3 par 3s over 200 and 2 par 5s over 600. So it's a long course. Big key stat this week's long iron game from 200 plus. So yeah, it's really a lengthy course, narrow fairways. The rough, I don't know what the rough's going to be this week. I'll have to look into that just based on like the height of it. I don't know if they're going to kind of try to make it harder, maybe a little bit easier, but POA greens as well. So we'll kind of see some, take some of your POA putters, a lot of guys on the California swing. Then course comps, Bethpage, Wingfoot, and Quail Hollow. So really the key stats everyone's going to really be talking about this week's the driving distance and off the tee game. If you just drive it well here, you're going to be in contention. We see it every year, even when they have a U.S. Open here, or even when the Genesis was here last year when Aberg won. Strokes gained approach is always a good one. Proximity 200 plus. And a big one last year when I hit Harris English here was bogey avoidance. It's always a good one to look at Torrey Pines because, I mean, it's going to be a grind on the weekend. If the winds are up and, stuff like that, it can play pretty difficult on the water. So bogey avoidance is always a good one to look at. It usually is stays true every year. And then par 5 is a good one to look at, 550 to 600. And then obviously the strokes gained putting for POA is a big one because there's some POA guys out there who excel on those. So I'll just dive right in. I guess I'll put like my spotlight player of the week. I'm sure he'll be talked a lot about, but he's number 2 in the model if you scroll all the way left.
So I filtered it right there. I know you were just talking about bogey avoidance. So I just wanted to
Harris English.
Yeah. Thorby, a lot of people on. Cootie, a lot of people on this week.
Yeah. It's going to be not like true yet because it's based off last 36 rounds. So it's not really factoring everything. It's still new this year. So we haven't really have too much data yet, but you see a lot of guys from the fall swing there that played and played well. So just going based off rank, we got my spotlight guy of the week, Aberg. I know last week, I don't know what type of illness he had, but he withdrew with illness. I remember last year when we were going into the Genesis, that was a whole thing with him about his illness, and then he ended up winning, and I know you had him. So I don't know if I'm going to be scared about the illness this week. I think he had a whole week to rest up and stuff, but I mean, he's just he pretty much, if you're looking for any course history, course comp, like fits a course, this is your guy for Torrey Pines. If you look up like Farmers Insurance, he's played here, and then even if you look up Genesis, he won last year. Yeah, so if you look up, so he got first. Gained 3 strokes, gained totals, tee to green 2. So really, he's just long and straight, pretty much a robot. The thing with him is he does struggle with bogey avoidance, so that's always a thing to look for. He'll always miss a 4-footer here and there, but I'm always going to take the strokes gained from 200 plus and off the tee. So that's a guy. I think if you're going to touch anyone on top of the board, it'll be him at, I think 19 to 1's his best number anywhere right now.
Yeah.
So I don't think Xander's touchable at that number. Definitely not taking Cantley, Young, or Siwoo at those prices. So that's probably the only guy I would even look towards at the top of the board for me.
Yeah, I I like the guy right below him. I think he's probably one of the better values is JJ Spawn. And I'm not a Spawn guy at all. I'm thinking back to the US Open and basically how you had to play that particular course. I think it lines up pretty well here. He's a tee to green, obviously top 5 there, but just a guy in general that I think if he putts it well, that's my biggest thing is with him putting. But I think he's got pretty good. Let me pull him up real quick. Oh, let's go large screen here. So with Spawn here, probably not the greatest course history, but as you saw last year at US Open, after he won that, went on a little bit of a tear. But let's see at Farmers. So he's got top 20 last year. So
yeah, the thing with him is like it doesn't really matter the past history because he's a complete different player. So I agree with you there. Like,
yep. Yeah. So that's where I'm sitting here. I'm like, I'm looking at the board. You got, Xander, Ludwig, Cam Young, which is a wild thing to me that he's number 3. And kudos to him because we were looking at odds of him last year like in the hundreds of tens of thousands. So his resurgence is awesome to see. Me and you are both Cam Young truthers here for sure. But Spawn, I've never really been a guy on, and now you're getting him almost 30-1 odds. And I think he's a very good golfer, especially coming off of his great last year. I'm sure he's played this course thousands of times, being from California. So he should know it pretty well. I think this is a pretty good bet to make with JJ Spawn this week. What you got? Any thoughts on him?
Yeah, I think you can get him 29-1 on DraftKings. That's pretty solid. If you're gonna, like you said, it's pretty good value because he's probably better play than Cantley or Siwoo or Matsuyama. So if you skip those guys and go right to him, that's fine. I like that play. So
ranks well in the model too. I know we hate to say drive it home all the time, like his models are wrong, obviously. Sometimes you go with your gut as well. But I really, really like. I think everyone was on Spawn earlier this year. Good time to get back on him. I think he's middle of the pack ownership as well in DFS. So I think he's coming in around 10 to 15%. At 9,400, I think he's a pretty good spot there. Pretty good bet.
It's just an interesting board because there's not like a big name in the field per se. Xander's there, but it's like it's kind of tough when Scheffler, Rory, or someone's not in there to push prices up. So it's a little weird having those guys down there. So, personally, I know we're going to hear about Wyndham a lot this week. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him yet this week. I don't know if I want to fall into the trap. I think we were saying that before stream. It's like you never really know with him. He is a streaky player, so it is good to see some form from him last week. I don't know. I haven't decided on the 35-1 if that's great yet.
He's still top 10 in the model too, so I get it.
So if you scroll over, he once again is a good play for this course. Long irons are pretty good. Off the tee is usually what he excels at. So, and once again, he's a streaky player, so he just got a 13 last week. The ball striking really wasn't there, but and he's been pretty mediocre here. So I don't know if you want to catch lightning in a bottle with Wyndham, I guess go ahead with the 35.
I don't know. I think personally is a better placement one.
I agree with that. Yeah.
And maybe catch him over on the North Course. Maybe you go super low one day, in a matchup. So that's how I think I like Wyndham this week. Just don't see him too much as an outright because I'd rather be in the 60, 70 range because I think that's more of when you see a ton of value on him. And then we have the returning player to the PGA Tour, Brooks Koepka. What are you doing with him this week at all?
Seems like he's practicing a lot and good spirits, stuff like that. But I don't know. I just don't think you can take him.
22nd in the model.
I don't even know what these stats are from. I guess from majors because they don't take live, obviously. So it must be dating back for a while. I'm curious because I haven't
Just taking the Masters and all the
just taking majors and stuff. So he hasn't even been good.
He hasn't really played this course in a while. I mean, but it's also Torrey Pines. A lot of people just play it, you know.
Yeah.
So
but I don't know. It's tough with him because I probably want to see a little bit of form with him first. I really don't know where he's at. So I could see like a top 20 from him, and I could see like a brutal miscut. So I really don't know. I definitely wouldn't take an outright on him, but
yeah. What is it? 50 to 1 or something like that?
55, 60. So it's really not a bad price, but I mean, it's fair for what we know about him right now. So,
piggybacking on Trent on the cover boy here, Jason Day. So I personally like Jason Day this week. I was on him a couple times in matchups last week. I picked his like only okay round. He went really, really low the 3 out of the 4 times that I picked him or that I didn't pick him. But I think Jason Day is a fine play here for sure. I mean, his course history is probably one of the best.
Yeah, him and Keegan
in the field. And his recent form is fantastic. So, I mean, you got 56th, 23rd, 20th, you know, and then you got a tied for second last week. So I feel some of it, I feel like it's a little too low of a number for Jason Day.
It is
at 33 to 1, but he's coming in at 16% ownership on 16 to 20% ownership on DFS. So like part of me is like it screams chalk a little bit, but when you go to his course history, I mean, yeah, he won this back in 2018. But you got to think, that's 8 years ago.
Yeah,
but he's got 4 top 5s or 4 top 10s. You know, he plays the course well. I just think overall, when you look at it, that number seems a little bit low to me. That I'd want it to be a tad higher, but I can't blame anybody for taking Jason Day this week. What do you think, bud?
I mean, for a guy who hasn't really won in a while, it's tough to take the outright at that number. That's just how I view outright betting. It's just hard to get to that number in my eyes for a guy who's really not been the same. I mean, he's shown form. Maybe take a plus 130, including ties on the top 20. That's fine. I would like that. Yeah, I don't mind. I obviously love his course history. Yeah. I did want to talk about one guy, and that's Zalatoris.
Oh boy,
yeah, he did show some form last week, actually. So he did. I think I don't think he even made it, but he looked decent with the ball striking. I don't know. I think he's back from the injury. I think he's kind of healthy now. He just checks all the boxes here. We've seen him before at harder courses. 35 to 1 is a tough number to get him at. So I don't know. I thought he was at 50, but yeah, 35 is a little too steep on him. But
everybody is on him. That is my main concern there. But he plays tough courses very well. That is his MO. So I get it. I 100% get it.
Yeah, it's tough. It's because you never really know where he's at, but I think he's healthy. I think he's feeling good. So I just think he can maybe be a good placement bet. It's just hard to take some of these numbers for outrights right now.
Yeah. No, I mean, course history is there. I mean, he had that cut obviously a couple years ago, but other than that, he's right around the top 10. So
yeah.
I mean, I think a top 20 would be solid here on Willie Z. I don't even know what that number is, but I'm just thinking off the top of my head. If he's 48 to 1, he's got to be plus money in the top 20 market. Yeah. So definitely okay with that. And Trent says it's 27 to 1. He's talking about Jason Day almost everywhere else. Yeah. There's times where you get a better number on DK.
FanDuel has 35, I think.
Just depends on the action that they're getting. So
yeah.
But yeah, usually if it's that far off, you got to take the DK route for sure. A couple other guys. One, I'm going to say incredibly to leave off of, even though I've been on him heavily. Ryan Gerard. Please do not play him this week. I don't think he matches well with this course. So he's a ball striking machine. I just don't think the length here suits him well. Plus, he's been 60 to 1 all year long, and now he's got a there's 10 top 20 guys in the field, and now he's 4,300 or 43 to 1. Outrageous. Do not play that. So that's just a little golf savvy betting right there. And let somebody else chase Ryan Gerard. We've been on him. We kind of almost got the outright with him. You don't go back to him on that. I mean, he's coming in almost 20% ownership too. So it's another guy. You're sitting here like, hey, let somebody else get with Gerard and let him be. All right, let's go down the board some more because I do think there's some good values at the bottom here, or not the bottom, but with some good value here. Number one guy in the, I would say 6,000 to 7,000 range. Number one guy I like is Davis Thompson. Okay, he elite ball striking, and he's deep and long. I just hope he can putt. That's my biggest concern there. But if he's on, I think Davis Thompson has a chance this week to and he's won a golf tournament before. It's not like it's new to him. So definitely think Davis Thompson here is a go for betting purposes. If you're on, let's see what his ownership is. Ownership is coming in at 5%. I think that's a great high risk play here. I know he's coming off of a cut, but for me, I don't even notice, cut and a tied for 70. This is more of a course field play for me with good. I would say not metrics, but good. As I've watched a couple of his rounds, and I feel like his game is solid enough for this course to at least compete. And I think this number here at what do you got? It's 63 to 1. Some odd, stupid numbers. Why can't that just be 6,500 or something? But yeah, so Davis Thompson, my favorite. Who's your favorite in this range?
I'd probably skip down a little bit. Let me see. Marco Penge at 55 to 1. One of the guys from the DP War Tour. Yeah, got his card. He's like one of those bomber guys too. Been playing well on the DP War Tour lately, but I kind of want to go down to, I guess, I don't know if this guy will win, but like Pot Geeter at 100 to 1. He's right, and he should have won last year, really, but he kind of choked it. Just one of those guys at 100 to 1 you could take, or even like a top 20. Obviously, you can get a great number there. Honestly, Steven Yeager's kind of crazy at 150 to 1. I think more of a placement bet there as well. There's a few guys that kind of stick out there. So yeah, I think for me, it's probably going to be a short outright card and maybe kind of get more of the placements this week in matchups. But
I just to name a couple other guys that are on the radar. Keith Mitchell's always up there for me. Alex Smalley, and don't sleep on Bezzy. Bezzy's I think he started hot last year. Him and Straka started a little bit hot last year and kind of faded, but I haven't heard much of Bezzy this year. But for whatever reason, I'm just thinking of like long hitters and seeing who can do what this week, and hopefully their putters get hot. So that's where I think you're leaning. You see a lot of Thorpe Love, Højgaard, Aberg, Clark. You see the Willie Z's leaving long sometimes with it all. So you're seeing that kind of that type of player. You'd rather be long at this course. It helps you in the rough, even if you are in the rough. It helps regardless here. But comes down to putting too. So we got to make sure we're making putts.
Yeah, all right. I just checked the DK tournament matchups. I think we're gonna have to collab on a podcast play this week.
Okay, let's do it. All right. So I can't remember what the hell was my play last week. I totally forgot. Do you remember my line?
I don't. I lost mine. I think I went Poston over Wyndham.
Oh, I can't remember. I'll have to look.
Yeah,
I'm sure it just absolutely smacked. All right. So you got. Let me see these matchups.
I mean, I think you'll know it right on the front, right there.
Is it Thorby over Gerard?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Are we all in on the Thorpe train or just the fade Gerard train?
I think it's I think it's time for him to just break out a little bit. Thor, this is definitely a course for him. But yeah, that was one I liked. I don't know if I'll do it, and then there's, I mean, they matched them up well this week. English, Pendrith, good matchup. McNeely, Day. Oh wow, Keegan over Jake Knapp. That's interesting for a guy who has great course history here. That's actually pretty interesting.
Jake Knapp is intriguing too, but I don't think he's been playing too well.
That's the thing. I think I would fade him. That actually might be my
because let me see what he's done here.
He's got 11th at Sony.
He got the 11th, didn't he? Huh.
At Sony. He got 32nd here, third in a missed cut. So I mean that's Jake Knapp in a nutshell though. Like you never really know what he's gonna do.
He fits the mold though, I'm looking at. And his putter. If he gets it, watch out. I mean, he's gonna. Damn, he's not. I might be sleeping on Knapp right now. I might be sleeping on him.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to. I don't know.
Damn, he's even 16% owned, and maybe I'm missing something on Knapp. Jeez, who is he up against? Bradley,
Keegan.
And he's almost not really favored, but -110, -120.
Yeah, because Keegan's great here too. So I don't know.
I forgot about McNeely. McNeely's up there with the Jason Day love there, or the matchup. Then why don't you take your boy Willie Z over Stevens? How about that?
Yeah, I'll pass on that. Stevens almost won last year, so I think he actually fits his course as well. Great ball striker. So,
ooh, guy who's already got a win on the season. Sorry, I forgot to bring this guy up, and I'm just now looking at him. Chris Gotterup.
Wow, that's an interesting one right there.
Gotterup got a win under his belt already. Do we go back to the well here? How is he graded out in? 20% owned in DK. He's up there.
Yeah, I don't know about him this week. It's tough when guy gets a win. It's like
I know.
Not seeing on the man. I don't even know about him either. He's tough to take in anything. Like
Gotterup's 15th in the model, and let's see, 50th and 25th here. Man, he screams pretty well. Yeah, Trent says Stevens is a great play. I think that's a solid case as well.
A good placement, yeah. I'll probably. Yep. I think I'm gonna go Thor over Gerard for mine.
Thor over Gerard. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just double up on that. Why not? My other one would have been Thompson over Greyersman, but that's -122, which is not terrible, but
it's not bad.
I think that'd be my honorary one.
Okay.
But otherwise, we'll go Thorby over Gerard, which is.
I mean, we have to
minus. Yeah, he's actually -112. Okay, not bad. I like it. I'm very excited about this tournament. I've just intrigued. I've just thought about several different golfers there where I'm like, okay, we might have some angles here that we could play. Yeah. So make sure you guys. We'll have our top cards out in the Discord for the Sharp Bros Discord. Link below to join. We'll have our outrights as well out to the public tomorrow evening, but round by round matchups, gold play matchups, all types of stuff are in the Discord. But what the hell's next week?
Got Waste Management next week with the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Damn.
Yeah. And then
everything's just like.
I know. Yeah, they kind of. I think they were a week late with the schedule this year, but yeah, it should be good next couple of weeks. Waste Management's always a good one, so this should be a fun one too. I'm curious how Brooks does as well. So a lot of storylines.
There's a lot of there are a lot of storylines this week for sure. So, all right, if you got any questions from here, from here on out up until Thursday tee times, make sure you guys hit our DMs, join the Sharp Bros Discord below. You'll have access to all of our thoughts 24/7 if you want that. So appreciate you guys tuning in. See you guys same time next week. See you guys.